Hey guys, I'm Steve and welcome back to the channel where we talk about the joys of stock market investing and long-term dividend gain. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Guys, listen. Tesla today fell, 8.61%, right? Monday market, and they fell 8.61%. Now, it supposedly was on a delivery miss. Supposedly, they came in for the production was good, but they came in 6% below what the estimate was. So they delivered, I think it was 343 plus vehicles, right? Opposed to the 360 something thousand that they were expected to. Supposedly they couldn't deliver the vehicles logistically, and the stock fell. But I think it's more to that, to why the stock fell. I think, in fact, I'll get into that in a second. Let's go with this delivery thing, get this out the way. The stock opened today at $254. At the end of the day, it closed at $242. Me as a Tesla investor, guess what? I'm buying. I care about the production. They still producing at a high rate, vehicles. Logistically, they couldn't get the vehicles out, but it's an order for the vehicles. So, I mean, common sense. So what? They're going to get the vehicles the way they got to go. Remember, folks, they only working off of 2 factories. So logistically, if you know, they got a Texas factory and their other factory, if they got to get these cars to these orders, get these orders filled, it's going to be some hiccups because, I mean, they got to go all over the place. You know, in the country, out the country, no matter what. You know, their China factory and stuff like that, they're going to have hiccups. This is just normal stuff. It's temporary pain. Temporary pain. And a lot of people are panicking and selling. Now, do I think a lot of retail investors sold today? No, I think it's a lot of institutional investors because remember, they got to cut their losses when things like this happen. Now, me personally, it was a good day for me because right before market closed, when I got in, I bought me 4 shares. You know, I could have bought more, but I think the market, see, Tesla's funny. I think tomorrow Tesla might jump back up, and then we had these little hiccups where it drops down, and I'll buy the dip as it goes, you know, and it helps my bottom line, you know, as it's falling. Like I was telling you, dollar cost averaging. I'm just going dollar cost averaging into the stock. That's the one thing, you know, dealing with that. Like I said, I only care about the production. You know, as long as they're producing a good amount of cars. I mean, they couldn't deliver the cars, but they have the cars. They have a list. People have a waiting list. As long as they got a waiting list, man, business is good. You know, they got these cars on, you know, Tesla's starting to be like a prestigious name. A lot of people like, hey, I got to get me a Tesla. You think some of them people like, oh, I don't want the car now because you didn't deliver it today. You said you was going to deliver it. Come on, man. Come on. And remember, I'm going long-term game with this. A lot of us are, you know, $242 a share. I'll buy it all day. So that's one thing. Another thing I think, you know, and I don't know if a lot of people are talking about it. I did a video about it. The Tesla robot wasn't really, from what people saw of it, they weren't impressed of the first robot. You know, the first robot they showed. Because the way it looked, but you got to remember, people, that was a prototype. And that wasn't even that was just them putting it together and trying to show you where they are with their engineering and technology right now. A lot of people was unimpressed. And it's nothing bad to say about it. Because when I first saw it, I was like, what the hell is that? You know, like it doesn't look like what they said the bot was going to look like. But you got to remember something. That robot, they said, number one, is made with all of the car parts, right? That's not the robot they're going to be bringing out. They just wanted to show you what they've came along with so far. So I think it's a little bit unfair with the way they, how people are like on Twitter, they going crazy and, the bot was trash and, you know how people are. But most of them people, they ain't investors. But I mean, me personally, it was okay for me. They're making strides. I mean, it take a lot of courage for the. I know Elon knew he was going to have some backlash from that. I know he knew. So, but he was like, hey, I'm going to bring investors in. I'm going to bring these engineers in for this AI day and show you, hey, listen, this is right where we are. And the man is proud of himself. The man not hiding nothing from nobody or anything like that. He could have said, you know what, man, this thing is trash, man. Don't bring that out. But what he did after he showed that robot, and yeah, it came out and looked quirky and all this stuff, he showed the other one. The other one moved too, but it just couldn't walk yet. And he said, what, in 3 weeks it's going to be walking? Now, if he came up with the other robot instead of that first, the Bumble 3 or whatever it was, that came out first before that Optimus bot that he showed, if he came up with that Optimus bot, I think things would be a little bit different with the way people are acting with it. But you know how people are. I mean, even on here, people be cruel with the comments. It's okay. But, yeah, man, I mean, give it a break. I think that had a lot to do with it too. Because, I mean, over the weekend, a lot of people just going crazy. Like, the robot's trash. But listen, that technology and the robot that they're going to be making, mass produced, it's going to be mass produced under $20,000. So you can get a robot, a personal robot, in your house or in your possession for the price of a less than the price of a motorcycle. And that robot is going to have a lot of solve a lot of problems for a lot of people. What if you elderly? What if you need companionship? Not intimate companionship, no freak stuff or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, don't get along with society. But they don't feel like being by themselves, neither. So, I mean, there's a lot of different applications. The way I look at it, it's a good investment. I'm not even thinking about the robot when I'm buying the stock. That's just an add-on, And it's like, man, this company got a lot of good things going for it, and it can go in a lot of different directions. They got space. They got the trucks. They got the taxi situation. Man, come on. I jumped in Tesla late, and I regret it. But I'm going to tell you something. Tesla dropped 8%. That is not no position. That is not no reason to run out the house. It ain't even smoke you smell. Don't run out the house yet. Don't run. This ain't the first time this stock done fell or did anything crazy like this, just dropped in one day. You know what Tesla is? Tesla can fall off a cliff tomorrow. 6, 5, 6, 7, 10%, 11%. That's what it does. And the thing is, you don't have the stomach for it, don't invest in it. And then along those lines, guys, I mean, these people that have been sticking with Tesla, holding Tesla since the beginning, and I mean, how many times you heard crazy things about Tesla? How many times? Oh, man, they're not making profit. Oh, they overvalue. Oh, man, Tesla's going to, a lot of people are going to lose their money in Tesla in the end. Listen, they still have high production. They still have waiting lists. They still have people that need this car. Until that falls or something else comes along and really rivals Tesla, they got battery technology on lock. More EVs than anybody else. And their research is years ahead of everybody. Come on, man. It makes no sense. So, I'm still buying. And hopefully it'll fall tomorrow. But I mean, don't be surprised if we have an uptick like we did today. All of a sudden, when the smoke clears and, people forget about it, the stock jump up 13%. I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow if the thing went up to 15%. And then a lot of people are like, oh man, people forget real quick. They have short memories. But I mean, when you're investing, and like I said, I'm in it for the long play. I'm going to hold this thing until something else comes and rivals it and then gets ready to knock it off. By that time, I'll have made my money. And if I have to move on, I have no regrets. If the stock keep falling, I'll keep dollar cost averaging and cutting, my buying. So my loss will be minimalized, because I mean, from where I'm at with my business and, my career, where I'm doing, I can afford to do that. Now, some people can't afford to do that. But I mean, my plan is not everybody else's, and everybody else's plan is not mine. My investment journey is different. You know, I'm just some guy on YouTube that loves talking about the stock market and stock market investing. And it's just, give me a second real quick. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna leave that in there. I ain't even gonna take it out. But yeah, guys, man, it's just temporary pain, man. Just temporary pain in the market, temporary selling. Like I said, tomorrow this thing will turn up, and all of a sudden, people will forget what happened. But I mean, I think the robot had a lot to do with the way people, you know, drug Tesla. Now, do I think the robot was a big, significant thing about why people was like, oh, I'm out on Tesla? Nah, but I think it was part of it. You know, that's it, guys. I don't even have anything else to say. I'm trying not to laugh. But, yeah, man, drop me some comments. Let me know if y'all gonna buy Tesla or you gonna bail like everybody else. Tell me what you thought about the robot, man. I want to hear what some of the people said about the robot. I thought it was cool, you know, especially with the one they showed after it. But like, to judge the man on what came out, and if you, let me say this: if you just watched the video without the sound, you'd have been like, "What the hell is that?" I ain't gonna lie, it was corny looking. But if you listen to what the man said while the thing was walking and moving and stuff like that, and then the little 6-minute video after that, and he showed the Optimus bot, it would change the whole perspective. But a lot of people, you know, they seen the picture of it. They ain't even watched the video or nothing. They was like, oh, you know. But yeah, guys, that was it. I just want to talk about a little bit about it. And leave me a comment. Like I said, man, like, share, subscribe, man. I'm getting a lot of subscribers. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I hope I'm not disappointing, and I hope you're getting something out of these videos. But as always, share, like, and subscribe, man. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.